Hey there, Jeep fans and fellow flat fender fanatics. I'm Johnny Rossman. I'm coming at you from, well, where are we right now? Well, I'll tell you. We're about 7 miles outside of State College, Pennsylvania, and we're in the Rothrock State Forest right now. And there's a state forest road out here called Kepler Road, and it's about 15 or so miles long, parallels the ridge line here, and so that's where we came from back there. We parked here. Now, along this ridge line, there's a series of cuts and passes. So this is my absolute favorite place to bring my Jeep. Like, let's say before work, or you just want to spend a couple hours out. This is where I come, Rothrock State Forest. Now, you can keep going this way. So let me orient myself right here. Okay, we came from there. You can keep going straight. About another 10 miles or so, you'll come to the end of this, and there's some really beautiful views down along this state forest road. I want to share a couple of them with you today. So this is the first cut and pass along the ridge line here. We can go up to the top of the ridge line, look out to the couple valleys over, or you can go down here, and there's what I call like a green coated trail. So there's some boulders, so we're going to drive them Jeeps today, buddy. All right. So let's flip the camera around here and take a look at the old war horse. I don't know if any of you guys watched that movie War Horse about World War I, and after seeing that, I was like, well, naturally I got to name my Jeep War Horse because it's a cool name.
Hello, folks. So here's the old junk pile. Now, as Paul Chiarella said, this is on a 93 S10 chassis that my dad really helped me along the way. He got me most of the way through this project, really. Kept me going, and so the body is all homemade. When I was a kid, I was at a Memorial Day parade. I was about 4 years old, and even then, I knew how to distinguish. I could identify the different military Jeeps and what they looked like. And there was a guy in the parade. He was running an M38. I could tell by the hoop lights, And the parade had come to a halt, and I walked out and I said, "Hey, that's a really nice Jeep. I always wanted an MB myself." And he was like, he was kind of smart about it. He was like, "Yeah, good luck, kid." So right then I knew I wanted one. I was going to have one. So not something you can do on a Walmart salary is just go out and build an MB. So I made my own. With the help of some photos and a couple of books, and scaled it all out to fit the frame here, and just started putting the skeleton together. And on the skeleton sits the skin. We'll walk around here and take a little closer look at the inside. Got the jerry can on there. You gotta have that, even though it's empty. That ain't gonna help me much, is it? So yeah, you can see the skeleton framework in here, and then I hand formed all the sheet metal and set the sheet metal on there, tagged all the seams up, and pieced her together. Now, what's under the hood? Well, let's take a gander under the hood here. There we are, folks. 4.3 Vortec. That's punched out 40 over, so she'll giddy up. That's 265 cubic inches of freedom right there. So yeah, it's there 4L60E behind it, electronic. So I got electronic four-wheel drive in it, and there's still a few more details to work out. I got to get my glove box in there, and grab handles, and a couple other odds and ends and whatnot. Let's close this up. Anywho, beautiful day in Pennsylvania, and so we're going to go look at a couple of things. We're going to go up to the top of the ridge, and then we'll come back down, and we'll go down the trail. And of course, being a beautiful day, you got to drop the windshield. So that's what we're going to do here. We'll just fasten that so the windshield don't try to get away from me. All right. You can see I drive it, boy. There's some wear on the floor, and she needs a new paint job. And this is one of those emergency cutoffs. Works really well. And like any old Willys, no keys, baby. Turn on our lights. These things are hard to see at night, I tell you. That OD really works. So, let's go. We're gonna let her rip tater chip. We're gonna go full send. Now, if you want to make your kids or your grandkids laugh, just get the Jeep out, text them or call them and say you're gonna go full send. They'll get a kick out of that. It's kind of like the opposite of a full stop. For all you old fogies out there, all you old Jeep fans. Pretty soon I'm gonna shut up here so we can enjoy the ride. So the steering wheel came out of an old tractor. It came out of a Huber road grader. I think it's early 40s. Has a flathead 6 Hercules motor in it. So that's going to go in some vehicle one of these days. Let's see, what else can I jabber about? Oh, the light switch. I always wanted one of those rotary light switches. I don't really like the push-pull. So I got on D.L. Bensinger. He's here in PA. And I think that's a French switch, but it had some French gibberish on there. Put that in there. Windshield frame's all homemade. I got that seal off of the Jeep hut. And some other guys were commenting about that cheap Chinese rubber and how it cracks and breaks and stuff. Absolutely right. Actually, the day I installed that, drew those screws down, it started to crack right around the screw heads. But it'll keep the water out, and that's all she needs to do. Some folks call this here Rattlesnake Pass. All these stones here, there's a rattlesnake down around here somewhere. Everyone always says, hey, did you see any rattlesnakes when you was up there? Thankfully, no. So we'll throw in park here and set the parking brake. That came out of a Tri-5 Chevy. That's out of a 55, 6 or 7 Chevy emergency brake, and I made it to fit. It's not the, it's not the right one, but it's good enough for me. Anyways, gotta set the brake. You don't want this thing to try to get away. That's a long ways down there. Holy man. Is that beautiful or what? Just imagine what it looks like here in person. You know that old tune, I Could See for Miles and Miles? How about it? So, that's the first part of our Drive Them Jeeps video. Let's get her swung around here. Gotta grab a hold of the old wheel and pull yourself up in there. And then put your foot up there. Wonder if I can, well, let's just swing her over hard here. Hope I don't have to throw it into 4-wheel to get turned around, but like my reverse lockout, it's 50 caliber shell. Got her swung over. Yeah, 1-wheel peel, baby. Now don't go over that edge. That's a long ways down, brothers and sisters. Okay, here we go. Back up over the top. First time you take your Jeep out for the season and it just brings a smile across your face and you giggle. Yeah, buddy. And down we go. So here's my challenge to you, anyone who's watching this video right now. I challenge you, take your Jeep out to your favorite spot. I don't care where it is. It doesn't matter if it's taking it to the store, taking it up in the woods, taking it across the desert, taking it swimming. I want to see it. And I want you to share your favorite spot with us, like I'm doing today. Because this is my favorite spot to take this thing. Hey, it's no fun if your butt's not coming up off the seat, you know what I mean? Well, I tell you, it doesn't matter if they're homemade or not. They all make the same sounds, don't they? It's not creaking and bumping and binging and banging and booming. switchback here. Boy, I tell you what, I love these mountain passes. Nothing beats them. Now, some of you folks out west in the Rockies are going to call these hills, but you're right. I wanted to save the best for last. So my absolute favorite's coming up here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, I better be careful, it's gonna bounce me out. Whoa! I think I'm catching more air than this thing is. Yeah, you can hear stuff bouncing away back in the toolboxes. All right, folks, that about wraps it up. 20 minutes is long enough. Let's waste some time. Hear me jabbering on. Happy and blessed to be a part of the Flat Fender community. What a great club. So happy I found you guys. Thanks for accepting me so openly. God bless America. God bless our troops. And you all have a very pleasant weekend. Remember, drive them Jeeps. Drive them Jeeps. Work on them Jeeps. Change the oil on them Jeeps. Hit some potholes in them Jeeps. Here's some good ones.
weekend, and we'll catch you next time. See you on the road. Give me a home.